I don't even know where I start. I finished the live. We went live on YouTube, and I realized I needed to give Kelsey Jean a proper introduction. So I put my headphones back on, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about Kelsey Jean because she's not going to, right? There was a lot of laughter in this episode, and I don't even know because I haven't edited it yet, but it's chaotic. It's chaotic, just like our friendship. I'm lucky to have a Kelsey in my life. She is a funnel of energy, a chaotic mess, and so vivacious and amazing. Yeah. Kelsey Jean. Cool ass motherfucker. And I know she will love that intro. So without further ado, Kelsey Jean. I'm Christi Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. YouTube, so I can at least see us. I'm in LinkedWeStand right now. Let me go to me, and I'm feeling good.
I love that song.
There is a lip sync that I was trying to do before you popped on, and I'm like, I'm out of the moment now, so I can't imagine. I'm not doing it for the people.
They need that.
All right?
You do it all the time. That is your thing. You're comfortable in that space. One of these days, this is going to come so natural to me, and we're going to look back, like have video proof to go back and be like, oh, that was embarrassing for you.
The archive that I have on LinkedWeStand is great. It's really, really big, actually. Large.
We'll have a blooper reel.
So I felt it was time that I brought Kelsey on the Sassy Politics show. We have been working together, I'm going to say almost every day, pretty close, on launching LinkedWeStand, which is the community and bridge that we're building from Sassy Politics to LinkedWeStand. And it's really fun. I think the journey is really where the best part is, and I want to share that journey with you. I'm Christi Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. This is the part, Kelsey. Okay, first of all, I have to say before we get into this fully, I am thoroughly impressed with your speaking ability. Not that I ever thought that you couldn't speak. I'm saying it's not an easy thing to do, you know? And when I have you on lives, when you get rolling, you're a vibe. You're definitely a vibe. And you're really good. You're soft, you're warm, and that's inviting for people to listen to. You know, so I just wanted to say that I am very impressed with what I've seen so far.
Thank you.
So I think you're welcome. I think this is going to be nothing. Honestly, it's a little bit different because this is a show. And so there has to be content. But I have to tell you, we just went live on TikTok, and that was a show. We did a whole show. And it flowed. There was an ending. It was really good. I'm going to have content from that live the entire week. It's got a lot of good little highlights in it. I'm super happy. And I'm hoping that we can do some shorts here, and I'll put them on Sassy Politics. But back to you.
Oh, the place that I hate the most.
So I call Kelsey the first link. I'm the founder link, and she's the first link. She is in Phoenix. So luckily, I'm able to see her when I come into town for work, and she also can see me when she comes into Dallas for work. So Kelsey, tell me a little bit about yourself. My first link of LinkedWeStand.
I feel like this should have come with a warning, or like a hey,
no
by
warnings.
The way, I know I don't even know where to begin because everybody gets a different version of myself. I would say this is my passion fully. And when you and I connected, that was really kind of what bonded us. I am about the power of the people and taking care of each other and building community, spreading love, spreading kindness, and not just in a woohoo kind of way, but being very intentional in every single interaction that I have with people throughout life. I'm also not perfect. I'm a human. I stumble. I snap at people, but I really think that the only way to get us out of where we're at currently and this political mess is to lean on each other. And I'm a big believer, again, we're all human. That's the one thing we all have in common. So we got to show up for each other. We got to remember that we have to have each other's back. We have to be looking out for your neighbor. And it bothers me when people don't. I don't like rude people. I don't like people who are not genuine or who are dishonest. And I don't know how to put that into words of like, that is my passion of just loving on people and just trying to make the world a better place and just spread world peace and kind of, I want to be a hippie. Like, I think that was probably me in my past life of I kind of grew up in this other era. But I'm always drawn back to people in all of the jobs that I've had. It's always kind of the center of what I do and helping people, sitting with people. I love sitting in the darkness with people. I love working with you on our logo and how we've talked about kind of the light and the dark and duality and philosophy of life. I love stoicism and stoic philosophy. And I try to apply all of those principles into my life and just be the best person that I can and show up the best for everybody around me because it just drops seeds.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question again. Like, who are you, Kelsey?
Who am I? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why do we have to work through this publicly? I don't fucking know.
That was so good.
That is who I am, though. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out every single day. And I don't know if I'll ever fully have an answer to it. I mean, I'm a different person.
What's your favorite color?
It depends on my mood. I don't know. I don't have a favorite color. I don't have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite fucking movie. Like, I don't know. It's just wherever the wind takes me that day is what I like and what I'm into. I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, we're all hearing this for the first time together. I have no script. I don't plan shit. I just show up and I say whatever comes out. And it either works or it doesn't. And sometimes it doesn't. Like, it doesn't work. I don't know. Welcome to the shit show, I guess. Sorry, this is why I wasn't allowed on the podcast. This is why you've been worried to introduce me. This is going to go sideways. I don't know.
Okay, I have to tell you, I laugh with her all the time. But I didn't think I could stump her that fast. I wanted to work my way up to it. Like, who are you? That was it.
That's like the hardest question of my life. You can give me anything else. Like, how do we solve this complex, like, puzzles, riddles, problems, figure out a pattern? Like, I can do all of that. That is fine. You put me in the hardest room. You put me in darkness with people at the lowest times, and I thrive. I love that. But you make me talk about myself and figure out who I am. I don't want to do that.
I wasn't trying to go deep. I promise.
Oh my God.
I promise. I was just asking the basics, like, where do you live?
Oh, that's what you wanted to know? I live in Phoenix. I have a house. I have a home. I have a job. I also work. I work with people.
We're getting there.
I don't know if I mentioned like my love of people. I'm a mom, but that's not my identity. So I don't love to lead with that. I love my kids, but that's not who I am. That is a role that I take on, and I'm very lucky to do that, and it's fun. But I have a dog. I have 2 dogs. My favorite color is green. I love trees. I feel like I'm the start of that Love on the Spectrum show of like, she likes trees and nature and she dislikes spiders and chocolate on fruit. Fruit on chocolate. I'm sorry, really, not chocolate on fruit.
She's deep, clearly, because I just wanted to know who she was, and it was like an atom bomb went off.
Yeah. That's what we were just talking about on this live of like, I just show up and create chaos. I'm a disruptor is probably the best.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
she's definitely a disruptor.
Hold on.
She's definitely, yeah.
Cut. When you go back, you find when I do this, that means cut. So you're going to say, who am I? I'm a disruptor. I like to cut.
Oh, no, that was gold. That is staying. That is so staying. Nice try, though. There's no cut yet.
I see myself on this other screen, and all I see is like, just how the corner of my eye.
All you see is me laughing like this. Okay. My voice is going to be scratchy now because I've been laughing my ass off for the last 5 minutes.
We are professionals.
We are professionals. All right. Well, if Kelsey has trouble telling us who she is, let me tell you what I've learned about her. How's that?
Oh.
Kelsey is
Scrappy.
A whirlwind.
We learned that, right? Scrappy. Sorry. Kelsey interrupts, too. Kelsey's going to sit on her hands and shut the fuck up and let somebody else talk. I'm trying to keep it together here. I'm getting punchy. It's the end of the night. I'm just...
Kelsey is a whirlwind. We work together in our daytime adult jobs, and we had to do a leadership program. I got to sit with Kelsey almost, I'm going to say 90% of the time in those 3 weeks. I drove with her in the first week a lot.
Forgot about the driving.
So we would meet downstairs and we would wait on one specific person.
That was our bond.
So we rode together a lot. And in that, I learned who she is in the morning. She is a whirlwind and she likes to drive fast.
F1 baby!
And I just totally fell in love with her. Like as soon as I was driving, I was like, she is the same as me. We are the same. I'm a whirlwind too. I'm a quieter hurricane. And so she comes in, she's just like Starbucks. You know, and she's delightful and amazing. You know, she brings a good energy with her. So, of course, I want to sit next to that energy. I got to know her. We would be, I'm sure you guys, you know, have had this in your life where you're in a room full of a lot of people and something is said and you two are the only ones in the room that really thought of anything besides what they're talking about. We lock eyes and we're like, I see that. You see that? Good. Okay. Keep going. You know what I mean? It's like nobody else saw it. I don't think we knew really politically where we stood. I don't know.
We talked about it when we were running from the tequila shots in the lobby briefly.
Oh, that's right.
And I just remember being like, fuck yes. Like, I am so fucking grateful that I have this person in this group for the next however long we're here, 2 weeks.
That was the real moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was. Because they were playing pool. It was like after hours. Everybody was back at the hotel. Drinks were flowing. And her and I really weren't like indulging. We were on a couch kind of. You might have said something like, you led me in and then I walked through it. You know what I mean? I think it was one of those. And I think that was the start of it. And that's good because I think that was the gentle introduction. And this is before, I mean, yes, the world was burning, but it wasn't like on fire yet. It was just smoldering. And we were just like, okay, this is bad. This is definitely bad.
Kind of saw the writing on the wall of what was to come, and we're like, like, what if it goes here? And we started having conversations around that.
Yeah.
And then we went into the holidays, and then they just started shooting people in the street, and we're like, what the fuck, and reconnected. And then by the time we got to week 3, I was like, thank God you're going to be there, because the Epstein files just came out and I need to process this. And how am I supposed to show up and be a functioning human being? And I was like, I know she's got me. Like, I know I have somebody that I can lean on and rely on to get through this week.
Yeah. And ironically, I had other talks because I was, normally you have these conversations, you just kind of drop something here and drop something there just to see if they'll pick it up or they'll say something. And you're like, I'm constantly looking to see who's the Trumper in the room. I just am. Basically what we learned, and I think a lot of other people are learning, is that it's really difficult when you work in a job, no matter what job it is, to bring politics and the world and the environment into it. It just doesn't go together. And you're not allowed, quite frankly. It's not something that you can discuss. We're in leadership positions, so we can't do that. And that makes it really hard because that's filling up our minds at that point. And now, obviously, because we're doing this now. So when the Epstein files were released, we were there at this leadership thing, which was really good for us, I think, at that time, because a lot of people went spiraling. There were people screaming in the airport saying, they're eating the babies. I mean, they were freaking out, okay? And so were we, but we had to control it because we were in a controlled environment. But we were able to relieve, or at least open the valve a little bit and go have a drink or food and close down a few restaurants and purge all of that information and feelings and vibes. But we didn't want to purge with everybody because they would think we're insane. There are awakened people, and then there are people that are still sleeping. And I'm wondering when they're going to wake up, to be honest. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I guess they're watching mainstream media, so that plays into it. But anyway, the bigger picture is that we found each other in that environment, and we were able to let off some steam about what was happening. Then we had to come back to reality and face it again here. A few weeks later, I feel like it was, because we came back in February, and then in March, I did this thing for work, and we talked around that time. And then I invited her because, secretly, I was kind of just watching her to see. I was like, should I ask? I have a rejection thing. I just don't like it. It's one of the worst things in the whole world for some reason.
Who does?
I don't know. Some people get off on it, I guess.
They do.
I'm just, they also,
about that. Yeah, that's another podcast.
Yeah, it is, but one that sounds really interesting, actually. And I guess now is where we lead into LinkedWeStand.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of in and out of LinkedWeStand. And I was like, but I'm a collaborator. Like, that's how I function best. If I'm able to ping pong ideas, I feel like the best things come from those environments for me. And I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything. I think there are people that can balance you in those areas. And so I had people come here and there, and I wasn't able to find that person. And I told Kelsey that I think I have a video or a podcast episode where I'm saying the right person is going to step into my life and I'm going to know it. And then we're going to work together and it's just all going to be good. And I say that about my man too. I'm like, so the right man's going to come into my life and I'm not going to have to work too hard for it. And it's just going to happen. And there it is. And it will be somewhere in the environment that I'm in, because I'm not out there partying. I'm not meeting people at events because I'm shy. And so this happened through work at the right time. So anyway, I invited her in a phone call. I said, would you like to be a part of LinkedWeStand?
It's funny when you talk about you were kind of watching me, because I was on the sidelines being like, what she's doing is so incredible. And I want to be a part of that, but I don't want to. And I have to be very mindful too of my position at work, that I can't get involved in everybody's stuff. And I have to know that boundary and that line. So I didn't want to overstep for a lot of different reasons. But it's something I couldn't ignore. And I was like, I want to do what she's doing. And so when you called me, I was walking Charles and I was out in the park. Charles is the dog, not a man on a leash. How come
I just poured it down my shirt. Oh, shit.
At least it's not on the floor. But how come I keep sinking? Like, oh, it's because I moved.
At least it's water. At least it's water. I'm going to electrocute myself tonight. That's
Please
the plan.
Don't. Like, I can't handle losing you. Do you know how pissed I would be if you fucking died? Like, I'm not even kidding. No, I do not have the bandwidth or the capacity to process and to deal with that. Like, fuck you. No. Love you. I need you here. I know.
I'm not going anywhere.
Keep your beverages away from your electronic. Good. So you called me and I was walking Charles and you were telling me about LinkedWeStand and I got just full body chills and it was
LinkedWeStand.
Yeah. So we were talking and I...
Oh, I'm sweating. Look at my glasses. They're fogging up.
Somebody else is watching this, Christi. Cut that part. All
right, we're good.
I was just about to say the best part of this whole... Hold on. I need the sound effect.
Oh, which one?
The best part of this whole thing. No, not a joke.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is how much fun we have doing this. Like, this is not a one-off for us to just sit and to laugh, and it's cathartic because we're talking about really heavy shit. And so it's really nice to be able to dive in this and be like all in our feels and fighting through it and then cry it out, but like laughing and crying and just having fun and not taking it too seriously or not taking ourselves too seriously, kind of keeping ourselves grounded and humble in that space. But going back to, when you first presented LinkedWeStand, this is why I knew it would work and why I felt like it was such a good idea, because you and I have the dynamic that we do. And you and I have the dynamic that we do. And so when we're talking about...
Love it. Go ahead.
When we're talking about building community and helping people, it's like, the only person I want to work with is somebody who gets me and who lets me be this whirlwind of a mess and come in and kind of all over the place, kind of chaotic, like, and you speak Kelsey and you can take my big thoughts and put them into actionable items and into words. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I don't always have an easy time doing that. But talking
yes,
about like the
yes, you do.
Well, not for myself. Like, I can look at other people.
What was the word that you said in our leadership when they went around and
my
said,
core value?
Give us a word.
Sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're going to bring that into this? Yeah.
No. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, sovereign is very, very just me. Like, that is everything that I try to embody. And the intent that I try to put out into the world of not letting the outside world get to me, not letting, being strong in my own beliefs, my own convictions, not being swayed by anybody else. But you have that too. And I recognize that in you and I see that in you. And when you're talking about LinkedWeStand, it was something I have been trying to fight this fight for decades now. And I used to live in downtown Phoenix and trying to get organizing groups and protesting groups and building community groups and just anything I can do to bring the people together is all I want. And I do know that a strength of mine is being able to talk to people and being able to connect with people. I worked in the hospitality industry for over 10 years, and I learned that you have just a couple minutes to make a first, or not even a first impression, but just trying to get somebody in.
Yeah.
Like they are having sometimes the most stressful part of their day of travel and rental cars and all these things, and they get to a hotel and it's all about scores and it's all about making the customer happy. And so I learned every single person is different that came in, and I learned how to connect in these moments of stress and of upset, or on their happiest days, or they're like, fuck this, I don't want to be here for whatever reason. And I've tried to use that in everything that I do moving forward. And it was a great skill that I had, but I want to apply that to community. So I want to be the conduit between people and say, hey, I see you over here and I see you over here. Let me help connect you. Let me help link you together. And then let me get the fuck out of it. Like, I don't want to be involved. I like to be very behind the scenes. That's why this is so uncomfortable for me, because I don't want to be the face of this. But I also know I can't stay silent anymore. And we live in a world where it is not in person as much as it used to be. It's kind of going back to it. But everybody lives online. Everybody's scrolling. Everybody's doom scrolling. Everyone's just in their phones. And so in order to build community, I recognize that I have to go to where the people are, and I have to put myself out there, and I have to be vulnerable. And if I want to do something different in my life and change the trajectory of where we're going, I have to do something that I'm not doing currently. And that is getting out here. It is doing these lives with you. It is talking about this stuff and being vulnerable in that space. And so I really resonated with the work that you were doing. And I was like, oh, we can take this really far if we collaborate and kind of put our heads together.
You know, you don't necessarily know the direction that it's going to take. And maybe that's the fun in it. You know, if we have to find that silver lining, it's first of all getting to work together, but also bringing other people into our world. Because I think our world is pretty cool. I think it's the outside world that's really fucked up. And if we can bring more joy, more mutual aid, more community to the people that don't seem to have any right now. And I'm not saying you don't have friends. I'm saying you don't have the community that's lighting you up to do something. You know, it may be, maybe you're just sitting there doom scrolling, or maybe you're sitting there binge watching shows, eating chocolate because you're depressed and that's how you handle it. You know, there's so many different ways that these depression type things come out, or anxiety type things come out. We're not therapists. We're just people that know that sometimes you just need a friend. And I think if we had a bunch of them, I'm sure we could probably find a friend that you want to hang out with. And maybe, luckily, it could be in your area. And maybe it's not. Kelsey's not in my area. And I think the bigger picture for us, we're not 100% sure where LinkedWeStand is going to end up. But we have ideas. And part of that is, of course, is community. But it's also doing town halls. It's also having events where we talk to people that can do certain things or help certain people, and finding them, networking them. I got to do that also the other day, and I came out of my comfort zone, and it's something that maybe my story can help somebody else come out of their comfort zone. And I met people, and I'll probably talk about that again on a different podcast, and we'll go deep into that, because I've already shared that story twice to Kelsey, and I'm just not going to share it again.
I love the story, though, and because I'm so proud of you. Like, I love, and every time you talk about it, you uncover new things. And I think you learn something in yourself, too, of kind of getting out of your comfort zone, and how ridiculous your limiting beliefs are of why you couldn't do it or why you were scared to go, and the power of connection and community. And I love that somebody recognized you out in the wild and was like, that's what it's about. I mean, you are making an impact that people are like, oh shit, you're that girl. And that's cool.
I
we
can
need
say
to celebrate that.
I can say this. I think, anybody, I've had my podcast for, I'm going to say 2 years now. And I think I've always come out and said, I don't like small talk. I don't like to be at a party with a bunch of people. Like, it's a lot of energy for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to go home and replenish that energy. It's just not my favorite thing to be. I'm a one-on-one girl. That's just who I am. I like to go deeper, and that's just who I am. I feel more comfortable that way. So for me to go to this event for Indivisible, who sponsors the No Kings rallies and so much more, so much more. I went to a house I didn't know. I saw people I didn't know. And that was a lot for me, who doesn't even want to go see people I know. So I went there, and the weird thing was I wasn't nervous. I expected myself to really have some anxiety about it, but I wasn't. And I think the reason I wasn't is because I'm putting myself in a room of people that are wanting the same thing as me. Yeah. And at the grocery store, you don't know who's walking down the aisle with you. I knew who was in that room, and that brought me comfort. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is about, building that same, community that brings you comfort when you walk into a room full of strangers.
Yeah.
But then I got to walk into a room and somebody recognized me because they follow Sassy Politics, but they also are in our Discord, which was LinkedWeStand. And I was like, oh my God. That was so freaking cool. Andy, I know she's probably not listening to this podcast, but I'm hoping that I get to see her at other events in real life.
Yeah.
It was a great experience, and now I'm almost excited to challenge myself again, which is crazy.
Look at you go.
Right? That's odd for me.
That just means that you're living in your purpose and you're in alignment with where you're supposed to be, that it doesn't feel scary. You're like, this is me, this is whole, this is true and honest, and you're not trying to fake it. You're not trying to fit in somewhere where you don't belong. And when it makes sense, it makes sense. And I'm just so happy. Like, I love the confidence that it gave you too by doing that, and being in those rooms and not knowing and kind of having to trust too. We talk about trust a lot of, we don't really trust anything anymore, and we don't know what's real and what's not and what's safe. And, like, is this okay? Like, I don't have an address. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know any of these people. But you listen to your gut and you listen to your intuition, and it told you to go, and it just validated anytime your gut tells you something now, you're going to be like,
Yeah, I actually forgot to tell the live this, but I can say this. Afterwards, I looked around and I said, I can't leave this house without talking to somebody that's in charge about being on my podcast. So I picked the person that I felt was the one that could do a good podcast. I walked over to her, ended up being the field director here where I live. And I said, do you want to be on my podcast? I waited though. So here's the thing. She was talking to two people, like there were a couple that she clearly knew. And I walked up and I stood there and just smiled while she was having this. And I wanted to crawl in my shoe because the conversation kept going, which is awkward because then it's like, do I exit this conversation and let them continue? Do I stay here and just smile? Because I'm not part of this conversation. So that was awkward, but I stayed. I stayed in the conversation, and then when she was done, I dropped this. I said, this is who I am. I would love it. And then she starts talking to me. Now, this couple needs her to get something out of their car. So she's like, all right, I'm going to go help her. I'm like, okay, cool. We exchanged phone numbers. I talk to somebody else. I start to walk out to my car. I pass her getting the stuff out of that car, and she's like, hey. So she calls me back. And then and she's taking the stuff from them. And then we have a longer conversation. And then we find out that somebody else that follows me on TikTok is her friend that's involved with the Democratic Party in town. Yeah. And I'm like, we're friends. I was like, maybe she can give you validity as to the things that I do. And then she texted me after that and gave me some information on the person that's running. And then I'm going to reach out because I have her cell phone number for a podcast, but not only a podcast. It's going to be something that we put on LinkedWeStand and, use the proof of concept. Sassy Politics and LinkedWeStand work congruently. They work together. But one day, LinkedWeStand will work with another podcast and work with another creator that will help them. So right now, it's just Sassy and LinkedWeStand, but that's okay because that means I get everyone.
Yay. I think one part too, like that we need to give grace to and recognize this is my one precious life. I get to create it and design it how I want. And it's kind of fun working through where like, don't need that personality or this doesn't work for us. It's part of the journey. And I think it's been fun to look back of even in the short, what has it been, like a month, 2 months of doing this.
It's going to be a hell of a journey. Mm-hmm. And we have the footage to go along with that journey, you know, from the dream of making the chain all the way. Everything's been recorded. Some footage I can show because they signed waivers and some I can't because they didn't. Okay. But it's okay because it's really, it's part of the story and part of the journey, but not the most important part. So I think we're going in a good direction. I cannot wait to see what we do next. But I do want to make sure that you guys check out this website that I worked really hard on today.
She did so good.
LinkedWeStand.com.
So
yeah.
Where's your class?
So cool. Woo! But it's really cute and it's purple and you got to go check it out.
Why is it purple?
Also, it is purple because it is bridging red and blue together, which are both sides of the political party. And it's not about that anymore. It's just about making it a world that cares about each other and there's humanity and we can survive and we can live and we're not broke and we're not trying to get gas and living paycheck to paycheck. At this point, like I understand that grind in my 20s, but there's no excuse for it now. Now it's wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's clear. And so those are some of the things that I want to talk about in the community. But yes, we've had a long day. I definitely wanted to get her on YouTube with me and this podcast, although I think our message got out pretty well and I'll try to cut this together so it makes some sense. But a lot of laughing and I will be keeping those parts in. So...
Yay.
I was talking. You're going to see the clips.
I was talking about lunch the other day and I said something about, I don't know if I've told you this story. It was, I think week 1 of we were in the airport and I was with my Phoenix team and one person was not with us and she was also in the airport but not sitting with us. And all of a sudden she just shows up out of nowhere and she's like, oh, I found you guys. She's like, I was looking for you. And then I heard Kelsey's laugh and I was like... You heard my laugh through the fucking airport?